Hello, you're watching Vietnam Today. Let's check out the headline for this hour. Vietnam has the fastest growth in cross-border e-commerce sold. Sunla plum to be served on Vietnam Airlines flights. Giao people to preserve traditional brocade weaving. According to the latest statistics from the General Department of Vietnam Custom, the state budget's revenues from export and import activities in the first 5 months of this year hit over $6.5 billion, down 18% year-on-year.
In the first 5 months of the year, the country's total export-import value were estimated at over $262 billion, down 14.7% year-on-year, of which the export turnover reached $136 billion, while the import value was $126 billion, down 11.6% and 17.9%, respectively. In May, the customs sectors only collected more than $1.2 billion, marking a month-on-month decrease of 6.22%. The General Department of Vietnam Custom attributed the decrease to the fall in the taxable import value of certain items, such as completely built-up automobile, iron and steel, mobile phones, and components.
In 2022, the number of Vietnamese sellers on Amazon grew higher than all markets of Amazon, the largest e-commerce company in the world. This is impressive information shared by the leader of Amazon Global Selling Vietnam during a recent conference on cross-border e-commerce in Ho Chi Minh City.
The cross-border e-commerce conference, jointly held by Amazon Global Selling and the Vietnam East Commerce and Digital Economic Agency under the Ministry of Industry and Trade in Ho Chi Minh City, provided a lot of information on the movement of cross-border e-commerce activities in Vietnam. Speaking at the event, Mr. Ghi Jia Xiong, CEO of Amazon Global Selling Vietnam, revealed that the growth rate of Amazon Global Selling in Vietnam market is the highest in the world compared to other countries. CEO of Amazon Global Selling Vietnam said that not many Asian countries own that online export model like Vietnam. Notably, the country is experiencing a big shift from individual sellers to traditional businesses and manufacturers. Its abundant production capacity with a system of factories and workshops to meet demand has contributed to Vietnam's strength.
Sunla plum to be served on Vietnam Airlines flights. Giao people to preserve traditional brocade weaving. A workshop on developing a supply chain of tourism service for Islamic visitors in central Vietnam opened in the central big city of Da Nang on June 10th. Delegates at the event exchanged ideas on trends and consumption habits in tourism among Islamic tourists and halal culinary service.
Jointly organized by Malaysia Tourism Promotion Board in Vietnam, the Islamic Tourism Center under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Malaysia and the Da Nang Department of Tourism. The workshop on attracting more Islamic tourists saw the participation of representatives of more than 100 enterprises in the sector in 3 central localities, namely Thừa Thiên Huế, Da Nang and Quảng Nam. According to Marina Muhammad, director of Islamic Tourism Center, Da Nang should pay attention to special services catering the needs of Islamic tourists, such as playing areas and halal food. There are about 1.8 billion Muslims in the world. The ASEAN region accounts for 255 million.
Plum grow in the northwestern province of Sơn La will be served on in-flight meals on Vietnam Airlines flights. The Provincial People Committee organized a ceremony to mark the transportations of local plums to Nội Bài International Airport in Hanoi. The Nội Bài Catering Service Joint Stock Company and Vietnam Air Catering Service Joint Stock Company have bought over 1 ton of the plum to use as dessert for air passengers. According to local authorities, the production, collection and preservation process of Sơn La key agricultural products in general and plum in particular ensure the requirement in quality, food safety and others for domestic and export markets. The present of Sơn La plum in meals served on Vietnam Airlines flights help affirm the quality and brands of Sơn La agricultural products. Last year, Sơn La Long An were chosen to serve as dessert on Vietnam Airlines flight, contributing to raising the brand and value of local typical agricultural products. For the Dao people with white trousers, brocade weaving, it's a traditional craft associated with cultural and daily life. In order to preserve the cultural beauty and identity of their ethnic group, Dao women in white trousers in Hàm Yên district, Tuyên Quang province have developed brocade weaving to become the main source of income for local households.
The traditional outfit of the Dao people in white trousers includes headgear, belt, leggings from cotton fabric, with the main color being indigo, highlighted by a bead with unique patterns, embroidered with plants, animals, birds, and human activities. The embroidery process is sophisticated. It requires not only the meticulosity but also skills and strength. Over the past decade, Lý has gathered women in the commune to establish a cooperative group to jointly maintain and develop traditional craft. At first, they were only elderly working together. Now youngsters also strive to learn and join hands to preserve the traditional craft. Now we have stable income and good weaving skill at the same time. Brocade Weaving Cooperative in Hùng Đức Commune has promoted the local products on social network platforms, including Facebook and Zalo. This has helped bring their products to distant customers, contributing to preserve the unique beauty of Dao people in Hùng Đức Commune.
That's the end of today. Thanks for your watching and see you next time.